Today we're gonna get more personal and vulnerable. In all the years that I've worked with men, I have seen that there is this one specific fear that men have, and it really impacts how you treat women. That fear is being called an asshole. So that specific word seems to be an ultimate offense to a man, and so you try to be the right guy, the good guy, do all the right things so that you are never called an asshole by a woman. Today I want to tell you that a lot of the behaviors you do with good intentions are actually damaging to women. So even though your intention is to be the good guy and to do the right thing, what she receives from you as a consequence is literally the opposite of what you intend. Now, before we move forward today, I want to make a note. If you're someone who hates women, you want to get back at them, this video isn't for you. Just honestly stop it, move on. This video is for guys who actually do care about women. Any man who really wants to make sure you actually treat her right, a man who actually wants to be a good guy, who has value and wants to live up to them. So I want to share with you 3 most common scenarios I see men engage in. And like I said, I know that your intentions are right. You're trying to be supportive and loving and encouraging, and it's just not what a woman receives. So I'm going to share these scenarios and explain why what you do isn't actually helpful. So scenario number 1, and this is something I've heard from so many men. So this isn't even something that just comes from my clients. These are men, my friends, who came to me and told me that they do it. So you may recognize yourself in some of these or all of these scenarios. So the first scenario is, if you feel that the relationship is not for you, you don't want to continue this, you want to end things, but you don't want to be the asshole breaking up with her. You want to save her the feeling of being dumped. So instead, what I heard from men that they often do is you will start acting in a way so that she breaks up with you. And the intention behind it is to empower her and make her feel that she is the one controlling things and not that she's just a passive recipient of your rejection. So again, the intention is good, but what it actually does to a woman is it really messes up with her self-esteem. Then scenario number 2, if you do break up with her, you tell her that she's amazing and she's great and she's definitely gonna meet someone amazing because she deserves that. Yet you're still breaking up with her. So if you're breaking up with her, clearly things are not as perfect. There is a reason why you don't want to be with her, but you're not telling her that. You're telling her she's amazing. So again, you understand that if someone breaks up with her, of course she's gonna take it personally and feel bad about herself. So you want to spare her all of these painful feelings, right? You want her to feel that she is really amazing and that she does deserve a great relationship. But this thing specifically really messes up with her psyche. And it's very similar to scenario number 3. So if you do break up with her, then you are really there for her. You keep checking in on her. How are you? Do you need any help? You give her a lot of compliments. And again, the intention is good. You understand that, breaking up is painful, and so you want to help her move through this painful situation without losing her self-esteem. But the consequences of that are the opposite. So maybe now you feel like, wait, what's wrong with these scenarios? Isn't that the right thing to do? And the answer is no. So the problem with all of these scenarios is that what you do and what you say doesn't match. So essentially what you're doing is you are denying reality. This is a subtle form of manipulation. It's like a subcategory of gaslighting, and it's really damaging. For example, children who are raised by parents who deny reality often grow up to have mental issues. Because how can you operate in a world when you see something, but then someone tells you that it's something different? So notice what's happening here. Your actions are, I don't want you. You break up with her, you reject her. But you tell her that, oh, but you're amazing, you're loving, you're caring, and you deserve the best. So it's like you tell her she's amazing, but you are not with her. So that really messes up with her psyche. So as a consequence, she can feel played, she can feel lied to, she can also feel that no matter what she does, even if she is perfect, this is still not enough. So she is going to continue moving through her life with a much lower self-esteem and questioning her own value. So you have to understand that wanting to be perceived as a good guy and doing what is good is not the same. So sometimes the right thing to do is what will cause her pain, the difficult thing, the hard thing. Because you doing good isn't about making you feel good, it's about what's actually going to be needed by her. So you should be doing things that she needs, not that you need. So see, the problem is that if you really care about this image of a good guy, meaning you're trying to protect yourself from being perceived or called an asshole, what you end up doing is that you cannot own your behavior. You cannot own your mistake. You cannot own the fact that, yes, sometimes your behavior actually does upset a woman. So you get so focused on not owning that behavior, to staying connected to that image of a good guy, that without realizing, you end up acting like an asshole. Because what you're doing is you're denying that you did something bad, denying that you hurt her. So you're trying to, in a way, manipulate the reality and now show up that, no, I'm this awesome, caring man. Not because you actually want to ease her pain, but because you're trying to ease your own pain. A lot of men really struggle when they are the cause of a woman's pain or anger. When you were the one, your actions upset her, hurt her. That brings so much guilt for a man that a lot of men cannot handle this. And so you start doing different things because you're essentially trying to numb that sensation of guilt. So all these nice things that you do, they aren't about her. They're about you. So what is this about? Why do men do this? So this comes down to the deep feeling, or in fact the deep fear, that I am not a good person. I am not a good man. And if you really want to go to the root cause of that, this is about your relationship with your mother. So if in any way, as a little boy, you were made to believe or you felt that you weren't a good son, you will try to compensate it in adulthood with women. My main advice to men is learn to handle her anger. If she's upset with you, if you disappointed her, if you hurt her, like, be able to receive all of these emotions and hold it. Because if you cannot hold it, you'll be trying to deflect it. You'll be trying to numb this. Instead, if you can just receive all of those emotions and be there still without needing to act, then you can actually hold space for her. Then you can actually be accountable for your actions. Then you can actually be a decent guy. Now, I will say that it definitely helps to look at your own beliefs around being good. And if you recognize that there is a story with your mother, I actually have a whole video dedicated to the mother-son dynamic. The link is somewhere here, so just click on it to watch it. It will really help you a lot understand your relationship to your mother and start to heal it so that you can show up better for your woman. Essentially, honestly, if you truly care about her and if you really want her to be positive about herself and believe in her own worth, then don't do things that are good for you. Do things that are good for her. And sometimes that means being direct and honest and upsetting her. Like, you have to understand, you cannot escape this. This is life. So, for example, imagine you are in a relationship and there is another woman who likes you. Well, there's no other way. You have to reject her. There will always be situations when you have to reject a woman, when something you need to do will upset her, will cause her pain. You cannot escape it, so learn to deal with this. Honestly, focus less on trying to be a good man and instead be a man of integrity. When you need to upset her, when your actions inevitably will hurt her, being direct, being honest is a sign of respect. If instead you engage in these little games that I'm describing here, what you're actually causing is that she can hate you for many years. Respect her. Let all these emotions enter your body and feel them. Learn to be okay with that. That is also a sign of mature masculine energy. So, my love, I hope that you got value from this video. I know this is a deep topic, but I also know that if you're here, you really care about being the best man and the best partner for your woman. So if you did like this video, please give it a like. I'd love to know from you, have you ever done any of these things? These 3 scenarios. Have you ever did the same thing, wanting to be the good guy, taking care of her, and now you recognize that maybe that wasn't the best thing? I'd love to hear in the comments under this video. And if you would like more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I post every week. And don't forget to connect with me on Instagram if you're not yet following me there, because I post even more every day and some personal updates from my life as well. My love, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.